Okay, folks, Michael J here. We're going to start off for the video opening 50 plus super containers hyphen coal miner guy. So let's check this out. Let me know what you think. Post in chat.
Hours farming later, we have plenty of containers to open. I'm on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Let's go. Okay. I think I have. Wait, do I want premium time? I don't think I want premium. No, I don't need premium time. I have so much. From all the Santa gifts back in the days, I think I got 100. They kept putting 180 days in there, so I got like 2 years worth. Dubs is always okay. I mean, I get it from my recruitment center, so I don't really care. These are the normal containers. There's gonna be a few of these. Doesn't really count. Oh. Free XP. I mean, free XP is never bad, but it's not really that valuable. Ooh. See. That's good. That... Hooray! Thank you, Lutheric for 25. Trolls, thank you for the tier 2, 6 months. And Woodman, thank you for the 12. Hooray! Steel is good. Steel, I don't mind. Give me more. Well, if you're gonna get a dragon flag, that's basically the best one, isn't it? What are these? AA? Junk. Actually, those are pretty good. They're just ugly. They're just ugly as sin. I never got steel. Wow. Have you considered getting better? Have you considered getting good? Oh, what are these? Oh, these are the... Oh, these are those. There's gonna be a few of those mixed in here as well. Premium 14 days. I mean, I'm never gonna have to worry about premium on this account. I already know that. It's got like almost 2 years premium. Sure. Why don't you try to clear Havis in Genshin? Why are you changing the subject? Oh! Nice. 3,000 steel. Easy. Who needs ranked, man? That's actually pretty good. I'll take it. Absolutely rigged. CC luck. I don't think that one works anymore. Oh! Well, see, I don't mind that either. Resources are always good. Resources are always good. XCC luck. Oh, more coal. Yeah, resources are always good. Oh, but the junk in that one. Oh, premium again. Oh, I don't want. That's a lot of coal. What's 45k coal already? Okay, a lot of premium time. Like what, a couple of months worth almost? Ugh, flags. How junk. No more of those, please. That steel was good. I could take some more. Ooh, the free XP camo. That's not actually that bad, because that's 300% free XP. That's pretty good for if you need to farm it. More premium time. Man, we have so much premium time. We're never gonna have to worry about that. The most useful flag basically in the game, besides detonation. Dragon flags? Actually, not bad. Haven't really seen... Okay, 60k call now. I haven't really seen anything particularly junk yet, surprisingly. How did you get so many containers? Farmed all the tier 10s for the gift containers. Did how much premium time? Jesus. Jesus, how much premium time? Hello? 3 months soon? Free XP isn't bad. That face. The only tier 10 that gets super containers? Yes. 75k coal? Jesus. That's a fair bit of coal, man. I don't mind. I mean, a sprint gives you what? A sprint gave you what? 10k coal, so 75k coal is pretty damn good. I don't mind at all. Jesus. Hello, premium? Even this one gave me coal. Wow. Jesus, so much coal. Coal everywhere, man. And this is this one? Dragon flanks are always good. Are you kidding me? How much premium time have we gotten? Jesus. You're contributing to global warming with that coal, right? Oh, that's nice. Man, so far even the flags have been good. We got like 1 A set of AA flags, but other than that, that's good. Wow. Wait, how much do we have? 90k coal, I think? Alright. Clearly. 90k coal. Plus their bonuses, so a bit more than 90. Jesus. Who needs to do ranked for coal, man? That's with 105k coal? Jesus. Rolling in coal, man. Coal farmer. Jesus. Super containers. Oh, now it's gonna be November Foxtrot. That's not that good of a flag. I mean, you run it kind of on a lot of things, but it's not that special, so. Right. Nah, it's mine now. Oh, I don't mind. Basically, camos with 3 stats are generally pretty good. I don't mind the camo. Like, the camos I've gotten have been pretty damn good as well. This one looks cool as well. Okay, a couple of junk ones in here. No. Why? Oh, credits. Good for credits missions. Victor Lima isn't that good. I mean, you use them on HE spammers, but not really that good. Dragonflex, a lot of Dragonflex. I don't mind. I was kind of running low on them, so. No, one of both. Okay, give me a bit more steel. I could use some steel. Oh! 120k coal. Okay. I guess game really wants to give me coal, man. Jesus. This is like half 120k coal is a lot of coal. Coal miner. A bit of steel, come on. Once again, not bad flanks. Dubs are never bad. What the fuck? Hello? 135k coal. What the hell? Jesus. Literally, I thought I was the salt miner and not the coal miner. Okay, flex. More, whoa, 30. I didn't even know you could get a full month. Jesus, how much premium? Holy shit. I didn't know you could get the full month from that. That's pretty nuts. Yeah, that's how much premium time? Oh. More premium. Are we done? Oh, one more. Oh, black, white, and red. Ah. Well, that was a lot of... Oops. That was a lot of coal. Jesus. That was a lot of coal. I wonder how much...
her first, and much like the videos I put out at the release of 10.8 or 10.7 it was, where we got the secondaries back, I'm still using the same commander. I really do like this build a lot. It's not really amazing at everything, but it can help you survive a little bit longer, and that's really nice to have. You'll notice we're running the main battery upgrade as well as the aiming systems mod. We're not getting the full 12.5 kilometers out of our secondaries right now. We're only getting 11, but I think this build just suits the GK and the meta of the game a little bit better. Your main guns are still your primary source of damage, and getting into secondary range is not a guarantee, even with the 12.5 kilometers of range. Sometimes I find myself even wondering if I should switch to range mod, just because it's so difficult to push in these days, especially with a ship this big and easy to hit. And unlike the Kremlin video from yesterday, we have a gigantic superstructure to farm, and most of the time, you're going to find yourself running into ships with high explosive and fires. While Kremlin is decent at dealing with that until it runs out of damage controls, the Kurfürst, of course, burns for a long time, and those damage controls can be used on other things as well. Oftentimes we have to worry about our turrets dying and maybe some floods here and there, and of course if there's a carrier and they come after us, we're in a bit of a rough situation. Oh, standard battle with a Kaga. See, I am so tempted to go mid on this map now. So fun. It could be fun. It might not be fun, but it could be fun. So I think that is probably what we're going to end up doing. I think we'll try a mid play, even though I know we're supposed to go to the flank because we spawned on the flank. I'm not going there alone, especially against a CV. I have just reinstalled some of my mods. If you're wondering, I'm using Aslan's mod, and I'm wondering why some ships have a little dot on them that's blue. Is that depth charge stuff? It's gotta be depth charge stuff, right? I know it's in here somewhere. This mod is gigantic, so figuring your way around it is a little bit difficult. But I recommend going into a training battle and just messing with this much better. It's way easier, a lot less stress. And we're spotted by planes already. We might just have to deal with that. Ship markers, depth charges. There we go. And they're gone. Just like that. Yeah, I can't go out here on my own. That's the thing, you know. It's a bit of an issue. This game. The big problem with the Kurfürst is the AA. Yes, this is a tier 8 carrier and he just flew into a bunch of AA, but it's a struggle with the GK a lot of the time. You're not a Montana level of AA. Even Monty gets struck whenever carriers generally feel like it. So playing the Kurfürst, you really do want to play around your team. And it's difficult to play in a very aggressive manner just because of that. You need teammates that are going to push up with you, and oftentimes that's just not going to be the case. So that's a lot of the reason behind the somewhat main gun focused build, you know? I think that's pretty normal for a battleship these days. You want main guns, you want long range fire support. Those are the things that you're really looking for. That is the goal, it seems. And ooh, we got a Seattle in mid here. Could be a good shot. You hear that? That is the Yamato gun sound. And yes, we are using the big guns. I just really like having the extra alpha. Oh wow, that Kaga just lost all of his planes to that Worcester. That's the frustrating thing I think about aircraft carriers. When they're bottom tier, their planes get shredded and the carrier player has no fun. But when they're top tier, their planes seem to live through a lot of stuff. And then the surface ship players just get struck over and over again. And I'm sure we've all experienced that. And how fun that can be, right? So it's just this very unfortunate scenario where essentially nobody's having fun. Try and shoot the Benson here real quick. And oh, we got 5 hits. Very good. You don't necessarily want to do that at longer ranges. It can feel like a bit of a waste of a shot, but there it was pretty good. There it was pretty good. These people are using the quick commands a lot. I wish I could disable those. If anybody knows how to disable quick commands from teammates, let me know. Because I do find them very annoying. I prefer people don't just spam those, you know? It's pretty sad when you see that. Nice. We did get the Benson. This is already looking like a bit of a blowout to me. So I don't know what to do here. I think we'll try to... yeah, we'll just go up the middle and have some fun. Because this is looking like a blowout. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong. But it's not looking good for the enemy team right now. In fact, this Hamry is going to be along the border. So we know exactly where to aim. Let's just make sure we're not getting YOLO rushed by a DD. 5k. I'll take 5k there. This might be a dumb play, but the middle's always just too fun to pass up, right? Especially in a game like this where we're finding a lot of people are just kind of sitting in their spawn area. We will do something else. We'll see how long we last. This will be a good test of our AA as well. I'm sure the Kaga will be after us very soon here. In fact, here he comes right now. I think we must have hit the island there. That must have been the case. That is some interesting blind fire. Some very interesting blind fire. I don't really want to push in too far, but seems like they're not really coming in here. Kind of odd. But you see how it's a tier 8 carrier and he's still just flying around us, not losing planes. That is the big issue with the Kerfers. Your AA is that bad. It really, really is just that bad. Fortunately, this guy is kind of not doing a great job of using his planes, so he's losing a lot of them. Oh, hello, Seattle. Now, do we overpen? This is why I have the main gun accuracy mod. Because we want devastating strikes just like that one. That is our goal. That is what we're looking for. It's very frustrating when you're running the secondary build and then you don't get those dev strikes. So that is one of the main reasons I'm running those main guns. I want those kind of salvos more often. And I mean, you still get 11 kilometers of range, which is pretty nice, honestly. It's pretty good. And these will probably light us on fire, but we're already on a mid-fire at this point, so it's just the raw damage that is going to be the painful bit here. And it does some damage, but not the end of the world here. We got a heal coming up soon, so we're probably going to start using that. You'll notice that it's nearly 20k on that heal, which is pretty good. Honestly, that is not a bad heal. We have 4 of them, so we're going to try and make use of all of them. And the key here is going to be not pushing out too far that we just overexpose ourselves and die. And I'm not going to freak out too much about being focused by the carrier. I went to this position knowing what would happen. You know, I went here knowing that, yeah, I'm probably going to get focused. And that's just okay, you know. It sucks, but if this was a tier 10 carrier, I probably would not have gone here. I'll be just completely honest. That is a recipe for disaster. Ooh, he's sneaky too. This guy's got some tricks up his sleeve, honestly. Just, yeah, good. No flood, and we're good to go. And it looks like this Tirpitz is probably going to come try and torp me here. That looks like his plan. So I'm going to try and deal with that. It's flat broadside. Ooh, we got the flood. Too bad. And our engine. Okay, we definitely need our engine. But it actually doesn't look like he's going to try and come torp us, which is nice. I got greedy for my back guns here. We took a little more damage than we needed to, but that's an extra 11k into him that would have otherwise not been there. So that's pretty cool. The thing we're just going to be really careful of is when the Ohio starts to come back. That is the scary thing. And I suppose a destroyer too could be torping us. So that's a little scary as well. Always remembering to sector our AA. You know, that's everything we could possibly do. And he'll just keep coming over and over and over again. Not a lot up to it. But it's allowing our team to do a lot, right? If he's just going to focus us the entire game, well, he's going to have a problem where our team just wins the game, right? That's the unfortunate side of it, or the fortunate side, I guess I should say. It sucks for me. It makes my game way less fun, but at least we're going to hopefully win it, you know? This Ohio coming back is a bit of a scary thing. See, they got the Tirpitz now. Yeah, this is a bit of a done game. And it looks like the Minotaur popped out. So he's used one side of his torpedoes. I I think that means I'm gonna pop out here soon. I kind of want to wait for my heal. You know, we got 3 of those left. Damage control totally saved up. So we'll pop our spotter and maybe spot the Minotaur. That would be good. See if he's rushing me. Because if he's not rushing me, then ooh, see, he's... Dang it. Dang it, I wanted to go. I wanted to go. But now he's used all of them, so... We know that now, at least. And in fact, I think we can... Oh, I don't have that setting on? Make sure you have this on, so you can look around corners. We'll use another heal here. But if we go into this camera, we should be able to push C? Why doesn't that work? You should be able to push C and then look around into your front gun view. I might have some settings wrong. That's probably my own fault. Into a Ohio here, flat broadside. Let's see what happens. Yeah, 10k. That's okay. Not amazing though. And now we'll push our way through the middle. Oh yeah, let's go Petro. And there we go. That's pretty much the game. We didn't get too much damage out of that one, but we at least, I think we're a good distraction, right? There's a lot of ships on our team that would have struggled a lot dealing with carrier focus, right? Like our destroyers, for example. They definitely don't want to be focused by a carrier, and they weren't for the majority of the game. So much so that they're both charging that carrier down, which feels really good, right? Playing Curve First is a lot about patience, I think. You can't have every game be this amazing secondary brawling game every single time, you know? And you're not always going to have games where you can even push, right? Like this island, these islands help me to push for sure, but there's going to be maps where you just can't push in because the islands are too short that allow for people to lob HE shells over them or something like that. I can see our secondaries being reasonably effective still, even without that extra upgrade. It's pretty good. Now, I should shoot this Ragnar here, but I think I want to kill this carrier. A little bit of revenge would be nice, considering he went after me for a lot of the game. But something like an Ohio might be a little better in that kind of scenario where you're dealing with aircraft more often, if you still want to use a secondary ship, that kind of thing. But then again, you don't have the Hydro to give you that warning. Nice, there we go. 5 Citadels, that's a pretty good game out of Curve First. Your accuracy is nowhere guaranteed to give you that kind of damage. And in fact, I was kind of surprised when I killed that Seattle with a Depth Strike, but we'll take them. We take those, right? I don't play this ship a lot these days, I'll be honest. And a lot of it comes down to the matchmaker that you often get. And just, you know, naturally being the target of priority whenever you push in. It makes complete sense to me. You know, I've in the past complained pretty hard about the way the mechanics of the game are, high explosive carriers, all that stuff, but this is the way the game is, and if you're going to play a battleship, you should know that you are the focus. Everybody wants to farm you, right? You're this juicy pile of HP to be farmed, and people are really good at farming battleships these days, right? So just remember that, and maybe you'll have a few better games, right? Choosing when to push in, you know. And I think everybody does that, right? We all focus the guy that's easiest to hit, and the guy that's easiest to hit is the one pushing in. It makes complete sense to me. I was a little bit naive to be so complaining of it in the past. 131. 2 kills? Up the middle? 2 brothers? That's pretty good. I really do like this map. I think it's one of the more interesting maps in the game. Get our last shot out. I think he's dead before it gets there anyway. Yeah, there it goes. Not a bad first one, honestly. Showed how weak the AA is. overall, but we can still stand against a tier 8 carrier, right? As soon as we start facing some of those tier 10s, the damage output goes up a lot. It's also really nice that Akaga does not have AP bombers, right? AP bombers hurt the German battleships a ton. Yeah, not a lot of damage out of our secondaries, but you can see our main guns pulling through this game, which feels really, really nice. And yeah, you can see we only took 17k from guns. Everything else was from dot damage or plane damage. That's just the way this game is. Your primary source of incoming damage is generally not going to be other ships' artillery guns. It's usually going to be planes or fires getting lit, that kind of thing on you. And if I see something like a Dutch cruiser in that game, I'm probably not going to go play that position, right? Those airstrikes, while somewhat difficult to use and be effective with, they're still annoying, and there's still just that extra bit of plane damage. And they're really good at hitting people behind islands. Really, really good. They prevent that whole island camping thing that I was doing there, and that a lot of people do when they try to push in. So in that sense, you know, the airstrikes and CV planes do prevent camping. They prevent camping on islands. But the thing whenever somebody makes that argument is that I feel like they just don't think about is where do people go, right? Yes, up camping islands. Good point. But then where do you go? If you can't use the island for cover, you're going to be playing a lot farther back in your spawn. So then people just camp spawn. So if I'm choosing the lesser of two evils, I guess, maybe, I'll choose island camping. At least people are a little bit closer to one another than spawn camp, right? Oh, here's a great example. We got 2 Richtoffens. If you didn't know, these ships were recently buffed to have some insane dispersion back with their AP bombers. So we are going to be one of the priority targets. This Moskva will be as well. Those citadels hurt a lot, right? At least with the HE bombers, you can heal back some of the damage. The fires, you can heal back at least. But if you're taking citadels, oh boy, your heals are not going to be very useful. That's one of the main reasons I play so far back against carriers, is I want to make use of my heals, right? As a battleship player, I feel like one of the strengths you bring to the game is the ability to take hits and then heal back up, and then take some hits and then heal back up. But if the hits you're taking are permanent, that's a recipe for losing games or just losing effectiveness, right? That's not what we want to see. And if you're wondering about the position that I'm choosing to take, I'm just going to lemming with my team. And I don't think there's any shame in that, or there's anything wrong with that. It's just the way the game is when there's a carrier. You have to accept the game at some point, and that's what I've been doing recently. You know, this is the way it is. So I will play as optimally as I can with what I'm given, right? And that's what any of us can do, because we're not the developers. We can't actually change the way wargaming is. And in fact, even if you're a CC, apparently you can't change the way the game is balanced. I'm actually going to pop my plane and get a shot in. I think he's going to turn out in time. I don't know if I aim that high enough, but it's worth a shot. Sometimes against those long-range Kurfürsts, you can get some wonky citadels in, or at least some big damage. And that's something this thing is all right at. You have Montana Conqueror levels of dispersion. You just don't have the Sigma. There's a lot that goes into how good your dispersion is, but you know, it's not bad some of the time, right? That's not bad dispersion. And if it hits, you know, that could be right in here. We could get a pocket of citadels. It could be pretty spicy. See? GK with dispersion mod, I think is the way to go these days, honestly. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. It's pretty tempting to push to this island here, but I'm a little scared of that aircraft carrier coming for us. Although he's going after these guys, so maybe it's okay. And you are what? Making which turn? Oh, we can't get over. Can we get over here? Surely we can get over here, right? That's too bad. That'd be a nice shot to have. Maybe I should have taken that shot a little sooner. That would have been the better play, but sometimes it's good to wait for those big Citadel hits. With our Moskva sitting on the island like this, I think I'm going to go chill with him. He'll need some AA support, and it is a more forward position, and that's what I want to get to. And those are going to hit the island, right? One and a dream? Ah, too bad. Our Moskva is going bow in. Yeah, see, he's gonna be a priority target there. I'm gonna try and get up here in Hydro. I'm gonna try and Hydro for my Moskva friend. I don't know if he's got defensive AA or not, or what his plan is, but I hope he has radar, or did he use it? Oh, he used it already. Okay. Oh, that's so sad. The random torps through the gap. That's always a good play in a DD. The random torps through the gap is a really good play. And you can see we're taking some pain here. And in fact, our Moskva is just dead. Wow. And now we're going to be the focus of this CV. So this is going to be a little rough. It's a Hirugamo, so he's got pretty low fire chance. So it's unlikely he lights us on fire here. And, well, we got a lot of plane kills, but that's all the fighters, right? It's not the AP bombers. And yeah, there you go. He hit the very stern of my ship, and he knocked out my engine somehow. Getting, what, 3 Citadels? And then we're going to see here in a second. Yep, see? We're unable to heal past 55,000 HP. So, if you guys are... Oh, it's not my engine. It's actually my rudder. Sorry, I misspoke. Camp the back, guys. Don't push in. You're just gonna die. You're just gonna die very, very quickly. So, and you're not gonna have any fun doing that. So, don't push in aggressively. There's no shame in camp in the back. All right, that's the only counterplay you have. Right? If you're, the counterplay is to just dodge, as everybody has been so lovingly saying to everyone. Well, the only way to dodge is when you're in open water at the back of the map where there's no risk of crossfires. That is the only way to do it. So that's what we're going to do. It's a little unfortunate, but hey, we had our somewhat fun push-in game. But if you're playing a curve first, I'd recommend just playing Montana instead. I think you'll have better games. I really do. I think you'll have a more enjoyable experience. Because these kind of salvos that are feeling pretty big and beefy, Monty would be hitting just as much, if not more. And you'd have better AA while doing it too, which is really, really crucial. So that's my recommendations. If you can guarantee there's no aircraft carrier, then I think you'll have a good time in Kerr first, where you're going to be able to push in a little bit. And this one's looking like a steamroll. So that's going to be the one take. Not the best example, but if you guys want to see some really spicy Kerr first games, you can go look at some of the ones I posted earlier in August when the secondary patch came out. I put some of the better games I had. But it's important to know that the Kerr first is not an easy ship to play these days and get good games out of. When you see those highlight reel plays that I have on my channel, and I'm sure other people have had on theirs, just remember, it's not every game is like that. Not every game is like that. I think our Summers is about to die here. I'm not sure what his play is. Do I have to take this shot? I think I do. Yep. I kind of waited. I didn't really want to take that shot too early. Oh, the Minotaur's on me too. He'll have to worry about the Salem here in a second, so that's good. We do have a Conqueror to deal with as well. This is tough. I think he's got to... Yeah. So the Minotaur is going to deal with the Salem, or have to worry about the Salem. And we should have the ability to deal with these 2 battleships, maybe? He's going to turn. I'm going to wait and try and time it so I get his broadside. Not sure if I can do that, but we'll try. Looks like this GK has secondary upgrade. Ah, see, we shattered. Too bad. Oh, they traded. It's actually not bad. So at least I don't have to worry about that Minotaur. And now I think we're going to die to this curve first, or if the Conqueror comes out, you know? And I do have rudder mod so that I can turn in quickly. That is one of the reasons I'm using rudder mod. GK has to go so broadside to get its main batteries off that it's pretty difficult to angle all the time and use your pretty decent bow armor. Okay, here comes the carrier. So I'm gonna use my heal now. You notice I'm trying to kill the curve first, or the Conqueror here. But now we need to turn broadside to the Conqueror, because, I mean, you see how slow my rudder shift and how quickly it is the planes are on top of me? There's very little I can do here. I'm just a passenger on this this train of damage. Yeah, see, there goes the engine. We do need that. And he's going to come back for us. Maybe I should have not shot. That would have been the smart play would have been to not shoot there. How did I Citadel him at that angle? Did I hit perfectly on his stern? Wow, that's crazy. I've never done that before. Yep, another Citadel. See, that's the thing, is the Richthofen is kind of broken when it gets these good salvos into you with Citadels, right? It's like you're facing a battleship when you're in a light cruiser, except that battleship can guarantee to be on your broadside and never overpen. that's the scenario that you're in. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. And okay, so now lock and focus fire. Oh, he died. And then we're dead to the CV. You know, there's just nothing you can do. 146 is not bad. We nearly got 100 secondary hits. Too bad. But that's Curve First in 2021. That's just a normal set of games right there. You're facing carriers and you're gonna die to them. There is nothing you can do. There's no counterplay. I've looked, guys. Trust me. I have looked. The only thing you can... The majority of their drops. And even then, most of the time will hit anyway, even if they drop from weird angles. So that is the unfortunate thing. I'm not even going to get to the end of that game because I'm just frustrated already by playing this game. 2 matches and I'm frustrated. So that's Battleships. They suck in 2021. They're really, really bad to play. And the only ones that I would really recommend playing are maybe Conqueror Thunder, shooting HE, Orgone, shooting HE. How you should play the game so passively, and that's all there is to do, and that's not very fun. But I'll just end it like this. This is the game. This is all I'm going to show you. These are raw thoughts and looks at the video game. And it's not very bright right now. And that's just because the game meta really isn't fun. It's not a fun meta. Wargaming has crafted a meta that is boring, and if you try to play it outside of the only very specific way that you can play that boring role in that meta, you're just going to die very quickly. That's just how it's designed. And I hope it's going to get better soon, but I don't have a lot of hope about that. We'll see, but this has been the trajectory since like 2017 or 18, whenever Conqueror came out. That was one of the starting points. There was other things, obviously, but Conqueror was a pretty extreme shift in the direction of the game and the way things were meant to be played and going to be played. So that's it. That's the GK. I appreciate you guys hanging out and watching through this one.
We appreciate the commentary and the video. Thank you.
So in today's one take, we're taking a look at the Moskva. This is a ship I've played quite a bit of in the past, but not as much recently. And it used to be a silver ship, and that's why we're taking a look at it. I've been trying to kind of go through these tier 10s in order that they were released. And even though Moskva's a premium ship now, it's used to be a silver ship. So that's what we're going to do it today. I do have the unique upgrade, legendary upgrade. It's really nice on the Moskva. A little bit of extra range is very useful in the campy meta these days, as well as better dispersion. That's something that Moskva is pretty good at, generally, the dispersion, but I think that having that little bit extra means you can maybe hit people a little harder with your AP at longer ranges. We'll see when cruisers go broadside. This AP can be pretty nasty. It's not Stalingrad, anything like that. It doesn't have improved pen angles, but it's pretty good, and the shell velocity is very nice out to these longer ranges. So this is the build. You'll notice I'm running defensive fire on top of 2 of the AA skills on your commander. This is because Moskva really struggles against carriers. It's big, easy to hit, and it doesn't have the ability to really shrug off hits as much as a battleship does, even though it has close to battleship HP. And we'll see that since the Richtofen actually just got buffed, AP bombs hurt, and we really, really want to avoid those at all costs. Gunfeeder is also really nice to switch between shell types. But honestly, Moskva is a pretty flexible ship, so if you've got different builds, they really should just work. Generally, you're going to want concealment because of how horrible the concealment is at 14.1, and superintendent. Those are the 2 main ones. Other than that, you can kind of pick whatever you want to, I think. So that's the ship. I'll just quickly show you the flags we're using, just because those do help your ship out a lot, and I'm just running a det flag because I'm recording a video and I don't want to detonate. I think that wouldn't be so good in one of these one takes. So otherwise, I probably wouldn't run a detonation flag, but this is what I'm running at the moment, and let's just hop into it and see what happens. I really like the Moskva, I really do, but it seems to be a ship that doesn't get played a lot anymore. Even though it's for coal, it's available right straight up. You don't have to grind all the way through the Russian cruiser line to get it. And I think probably people aren't as interested in it because there's just so many coal ships available to get that you just don't know which one to do. And Moskva seems to be a bit of a weird one because you can have Petro, and it's got better concealment and better survivability, and is able to push in a little easier with the same caliber of guns that have better armor piercing. And then you have Stalingrad that's just kind of better at longer ranges in its AP ability. Moskva really shines in its HE at longer ranges compared to those 2. That's really the difference. But it's not the most unique ship anymore, since Petro, I think, is just objectively better. And it looks like we're going to be heading towards the A-cap, I think. That would be our best bet, since I could use a radar over there. That's something you want to consider every time you join a game. Where should you be playing, especially if you have a radar cruiser? You want to go to a cap where you can help deal with the enemy destroyers. And since we already have a Des Moines and it appears he's going to C, I'll go to A. B cap is not really a good option for us to go to or even contest at the beginning of the game. Should really check and see what we're fighting against here, and they actually don't have too many good HE spammers outside the Smolensk and the Des Moines, so it's possible we'll sit bow in this game. You'll see that I generally sit kited away, angled away in this ship, and that's especially true against aircraft carriers. You really do need that extra maneuverability to deal with their damage output. It's really painful, especially when something with AP bombs gets a hold of you. That is some scary stuff. So this game, we're not going to use defensive fire too much, obviously, but that's honestly a really nice thing to have. You'll notice the ship is really quick, and that's really nice for getting across the map and dealing with ships as they come. Maybe doing some flanking routes, that kind of thing, getting yourself into good positions. I actually think I'm going to sit on this island right here, and maybe we'll push into this island. This is a really strong spot because obviously 12-kilometer radar, right? We got AP loaded as our first shot. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to pen a Petro belt at these ranges, but, you know, we can try, right? We can try. Looks like he's just going to stop back there, so we'll just wait. There's no rush right now. This Kremlin, he won't have range to hit us. We're just looking to see what's down here for cross shots. And you can see there's a Republic. He might have range on me, so we'll have to be a little bit careful of that. Just waiting for this Petro to accelerate, and then we're going to try and hit him hard. Patience is key at the beginning of a lot of these games at tier 10. You don't really want to rush in and die. That's an easy thing to do, and especially in something like a radar cruiser, you're so strong late game that you really do want to try and stay alive as long as you can. You can see our extra range nearly gets us into range of this Yamato. Look at that. The Des Moines pushed and got this Shima killed. That's actually shocking that he's there and not dying. Wow, he's got full health still. Pretty good. That makes me want to push towards this middle island because it's just so strong, but we actually don't really know what's out here. A lot of the enemy ships haven't been spotted yet, so patience is the key. Oh, and they got the Elbing yet too. Patience might not be the key. We're gonna... This might be one of those blowout games, guys. Unfortunately, but that's just how it's looking at the moment. I don't think we have the pen angles right now, but we can try. Moskva, you don't get that improved pen angle like Des Moines or Stalin, or I think Petro even does. Yeah, see, we just bounce. They even landed low, which is a little unfortunate. So we'll swap over to HE and see what happens. I think our battleships are starting to notice that he's in a bad spot, so... And did our Shima smoke? Oh, he just went out of range. I see. Ah, there's a Kurfürst there even. See, if we were to push in here now, that GK would probably have our side, which would be bad. Des Moines will get lit by that fire. Maybe we can get another fire onto him. Ah, there we go. See, everybody's getting spotted now. It's a little too dangerous to push to that middle island at the moment. And no fire. Too bad, but that's okay. Try and hit the Petro a little bit. The HE has pretty good fire chance, and it's pretty easy to farm witherers and that kind of thing in this ship. It's not very difficult at all. And with our improved dispersion from the legendary upgrade, even with just our front guns, we're able to hit quite a bit. Not all the time, but quite a bit. Ah, the Des Moines is shooting us. At this range, I think I can afford to get my rear turrets off and not be citadeled by him. But at closer ranges, you cannot do that. That is something that you should know about this ship is if you're getting to shoot your rear gun, you're opening yourself up to a citadel at closer ranges. So that is the kind of cutoff point. You know, there's some ships that are a little different where, you know, Des Moines is capable of actually citadeling you at even sharper angles because of its improved pen angles, but I'm not really sure why this guy is deciding to shoot me. This seems like a little bit of an odd decision by him, since I have a huge advantage in the dispersion and range of my guns. Even though he has a DPM advantage, I think he's just going to die to this. Get ourselves a fire, which is nice. And you can see with propulsion mod, I'm constantly moving my ship backwards and forwards, trying to make it just that little bit extra difficult to hit. It's a really good option. The Yamato's going to pop out and he might shoot us, but we do have 50mm plating on our upper belt and deck armor, so I don't think we should worry about him all that much. We should be alright. I'm okay with being lit here. It's not a big deal. I'm going to start to turn my guns, maybe, since that Yamato isn't going to shoot us. And maybe this guy is broadside enough for AP? No, I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. And the Des Moines back up. I am going to try and kill him and push in at the same time. This is just a blowout. I should have gone in sooner. That's my own fault. I haven't played Moskva in a long time, so I'm trying to play it a little bit safe because I don't want to get nuked right off the bat. That would be a sad way to start things. But this is definitely one where I should have played much more aggressive. That was my own fault. Yeah, they're completely capped out. All their DDs are dead. This is the kind of games that kind of suck, you know? It's like, what do you do here? Did anybody really enjoy this? I know I really didn't. I just kind of sat there doing nothing for 5 minutes and the game was won. It's weird. Petro with the AP. We do have to be careful of that. So we'll just slow down and turn in and mitigate. Not all of it, but most of the damage. Going straight bow in is fine against something like a Petro, but against Yamato, you kind of want to bait him into shooting your broadside armor. He overmatches your upper bow, so it can get a little spicy with the damage if he gets a good salvo into us. His dispersion caused him to miss, which is pretty standard for a battleship, but RNG goes both ways, you know? In fact, this guy's so broadside, we're going to swap to AP. You notice I'm cutting to this island. This is going to get me out of the line of fire of the Petro, and only going to have to deal with the Yamato and the Golden Lion, who is busy. I'm not aiming for the Citadel, because we can't pen. We're not a Petro. You can only really pen Yamato Citadel at like 7 kilometers, something like that. And there you go, a fast, quick game. Let's just go to another one, and maybe it'll be more interesting. And it's pretty tough to do much in a match like that, other than just full send it in. And I should have recognized that sooner. That was my own fault that I didn't get a good game out of that one. But matches like that are pretty common these days, and I'm really not sure how to fix it. Honestly, it's something that I think has been in the game the whole time, but I don't know. For whatever reason, I feel like it's been getting worse recently, and that's sad because, I mean, I want to play the game. I don't want to just sit there for 5 minutes and be gifted a win or a loss, depending on how my destroyers play or don't play, right? That's not the most fun experience. Here is an interesting match. Ooh. Yeah, okay. So we're going to play aggressive this game and see how it works. I'm not sure if this is a good play or not. Usually playing bow in a spot where people can HE spam you to death is bad, but we're actually going to play this island right over here. Right here. You're going to see how powerful this radar can be. The main issue with playing Moskva like this this is more of a Petro spot, I would say. The issue is a destroyer can sit between your 14.1 kilometer concealment and the 12 kilometer radar range, and there's nothing you can do about it. Whereas Petro has that absurdly small gap between its concealment and its radar range, so it can kind of just spot someone anytime it gets spotted with its radar. But we're going to play it a little bit more aggressive and see how it goes. And I might die, and we'll see just how tanky the Moskva is these days. I'm actually not sure. Part of me thinks it'll do all right, but you got to remember, we don't have fire prevention anymore. This is a skill that I used to take all the time on Moskva. You just wanted to add to your ability to tank damage. And without fire prevention, it is harder to deal with fires. Of course, it is easier than the 60-second fires you get on some of the battle cruisers and battleships that are out there, but fires still hurt, and the HE does as well. You have a pretty large superstructure, as you can see. It's very narrow, though. So if you point directly towards whoever's shooting you, they have to get pretty good dispersion to even do that much damage to you. And now the thing we're going to have to watch out for here is shots from over this side of the map. We're going to need to make sure we position ourselves in a way that keeps this big rock in between us and the battleship that's going to be up here. That's going to be the key. And you can see there's a Yoshino, whose AP actually would hurt us a lot as well. So gotta be careful. Looks like there is a Kurfürst, maybe another Kurfürst over there. We can actually radar that smoke screen, but I'm not actually going to do that. Yeah, so these two Kurfürsts are in a division, so we know that both of them are here, and that means that the Conqueror is in the north. Yep, there he is. So there's that Harugumo. And honestly, there's really not much I can do about this right now. Ooh, the Golden Lion is here. Okay. Well, maybe we are going to be using our defensive fires. Now, are these for the DD? They are for the DD. Okay. I don't want to be here. I was talking about this in the way I showed my Golden Lion video, but you don't want to play bow in on an island against one of these things. That is a bad idea. That's a great way to die very quickly. And I think we all know what airstrikes can do to a Moskva, right? It's not a pretty sight. Especially when the Harlem was able to do so much. So I'm actually going to try and stay undetected as long as I possibly can here. I don't want to deal with those airstrikes. If the Harugumo needs me to radar, I will. But I'm not going to do it if I don't have to. I'm just backing out here to get shots on this Grozovoy. That's really all I'm looking for. A little bit of torpedoes coming in. That is the issue with using defensive fire. You don't get that hydro. There he is. And he's turning. Should get a... Oh, I have AP. Dude, I have AP. Why do I have AP? And this guy was looking for me right away. But using prop mod, we should avoid most of his salvo. That's really good. Oh, our Harugumo's going in. No, dude, you're gonna die. You're just gonna die, dude. Oh no. The Grozovoy's there to help and everything. Alright, so we're losing our Harugumo for free. Oh, what? He torped him? Okay. Okay. I'm too pessimistic. This guy's showing me. Damn, what a legend. I'm actually going to reverse out and help him then. I was not expecting that. Come on, guns, turn. This is why we took turret traverse. They're so slow. We're not going to be able to save him. But we might be able to kill this Gruz. We'll see. We don't have the DPM of something like a Des Moines, but I think we're going to be able to light him up with our radar when he goes dark. We're waiting as long as we possibly can before then, though. A good hit here would be really nice. 3K. All right. Now we'll use it. And we'll see how good my aim is. Not bad. Oh, 3 hits for 1,000 damage. That's not good. Not good at all, and I have nobody to support me in shooting this guy. A fire is helpful. He damage conded instantly. Maybe, just maybe, we can get another fire and that'll kill him. No, only 2 hits. You can see the dispersion's pretty frustrating to have. Alright. That's our last salvo into him. And we whiffed. Ah, that's frustrating. Even with the dispersion upgrade and the legendary upgrade, we still have poor dispersion. That sucks. But maybe we can help on the Shimakaze? Into the island. I'm playing this poorly, guys. Maybe I'm bad in this ship. Maybe I should play this ship more to actually get a handle of it. Not playing it very well. You can see the Des Moines coming out. That is something we'll have to watch out for. Who's the priority target? Holland. Holland is. If he comes out, which doesn't look like he's going to. Des Moines is, I think, looking for us a little bit, but not too hard. Oh, unfortunate, I can't shoot that. Alright, now play this. Nope, never mind. Never mind. Our Shimakaze's in a weird spot. Maybe the Grozovoy goes after him? What do you guys think of that? Maybe the Grozovoy goes after him. This is a weird game. We're lit here. Yeah, okay, so he does. So it's going to be my damage that helps our Shima win. And I just missed my first salvo. Good job, me. Oh, no. He killed him so fast, though. Oh, no. Okay. Dispersion's good again. Wow. Lucky me. So the Yoshino is in the cap. And do I radar? I think I'm going to radar. It gives us info on the Shima. Gives us info on the Yoshino. These are all good things. Our team is really clumped up in our spawn down here, but oh, he's gonna go broadside. All right, AP against a broadside Yoshino. Should be pretty good. Only one. I feel like that's below average for a salvo. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that was below average. Only one again. Huh. Our daring should win that fight, but maybe not. Using my rudder to turn at the same time. He doesn't win that. Get a bearing. Oh, nice. He did it. Okay, good. I can't fight a Napoli and a Yoshino at the same time. So I think it's time to go dark if we can and turn away. I think I want AP. The Napoli might get a good AP salvo into us here. Oh no, he shot HE. Good. We're okay here. So now we've got a bit of an advantage, and I think I want to actually go fight this Yoshino up north. I should go dark here soon, right? No, the Holland is spotting me, I think. It's a little risky since the Napoli and the Yoshino both have good AP, but maybe we'll be alright. If I can get behind this island here from the Napoli, then I can maybe take a 1v1 with this Yoshino. I hope. That's my goal at the moment. Trying to keep an eye on my minimap for this Napoli. Okay, he's here now. Expert loader is a very nice thing to have. And hopefully I led that properly. Nope, too bad. This is who I want to take out, but we're going to radar as soon as we have it so they know where the Holland is. Trying to do a little bit of team play right now. I'm not going to use my last one, though. The last one is precious. The last radar is super precious to me. Because I probably am going to need to kill that Holland with it. And all I need to do is just live at the moment, right? Like, there's not really much need for me to do much else, right? There's no pressure on the clock. Like, we got 10 minutes left. The scores are low. My team is building up in the A cap, so they're really going to probably try and rush me down a little bit here. But it's not something that they're going to be able to do that easily. Especially because of the Conqueror here. I'm going to try and sit here in a way that gets my back gun onto this Petro, but I don't get spotted. It's a bit of a risky play, but I think it might pay off. Or maybe I should be pushing. Deciding is hard to do sometimes in this game. I think I should just be chilling. I don't think I need to do anything at this point. Yeah, I think I just wait. Because the Yoshino is going to be going up here to try and start farming this Conqueror. The Napoli might be trying to rush me. That would be an interesting play if he did that. And this Petro is probably just going to sit Mao in at B. So I'm going to actually kite away here. I'm going to turn away. Just in case the Napoli's coming for me. We actually don't have vision on him. And then if I have to, I can always get to C a little bit sooner. There's the Des Moines. I suppose the Holland could rush me too if he really wanted to. Getting away from the island is good in that case then. Oh, he's right there. Oh, he's right there. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. He's going to swap to AP. Slow down, turn in, please, guns, please. Okay, he whiffed. I don't know how that worked, but it did. Oh, and we got finally a good salvo. He's stuck by the island. Oh, we die here. Okay. Time to take as much with us as we can. Okay, that's that dead. Waiting to swap to HE, and then we shoot the Holland when we can. Lock our guns. We're okay from here. Petro's gonna kill us. sucks. We're very dead here. Okay, dodge that. Somehow. Wait. You're reversing! Okay, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Alright, that guy should have killed me. He could have walked out and killed me. Holland, of course, doesn't have a smokescreen. So we should be able to do okay here. I don't think he can sit me. Napoli. Don't want to come out too far. I went out too far. Des Moines has shots. Okay. Killing the DD is really good for us. And the Des Moines left. I think this Napoli is going to come around behind me. Des Moines going behind an island, so I'm going to push. This is so risky because the Napoli probably just sat there, but we're going to push. It's a risk. I'm going to take it. Maybe it'll pay off. Not quite. I don't think he's broadside enough for me to actually hit. Oh, he didn't. He just... Okay. He's got HE, though, so we don't really care about that. And then we sit here to keep these two behind this big island here. I'm trying the AP. I don't know if it's the right play, though, against this guy. Yeah, see, Petro is just so hard to kill. Like, our entire team is on him. 2 Des Moines, a Moskva, and a soon-to-be our battleships. And there's not a lot we can do. Okay, Napoli's coming. Reverse! We do have prop mod for a reason. I should use HE. Isn't that sad? Even at that angle, I should be using HE. Okay, we're reversing. We're reversing. I don't even know if I can Citadel in Napoli. He's got HE. Why does this guy have HE all the time? Oh, that hurts. Oh, I can. Oh, I didn't that time. I think I aimed that too far forward. That's okay, though. I think I had a pretty good impact on that game. We played it patient. We took out some DDs. We helped win those fights. And we stalled long enough for our team that was kind of camping A to get their push through and win the game. I think I did a good job that game. And I think that kind of shows what Moskva's good at in the close range sense, in the dealing with destroyers sense. I didn't show it really that well in the first game. That would have been the game to show it. But at long range, if you see battleships and you just spam HE at them, it's really, really strong at that. I've had arsonists in less than 5 minutes. Like, it is that good, the HE. So you can definitely play it that way, but I think it's more impactful to try and hit the destroyer play, right? Trying to deal with the DDs is a great way to get a good win rate. Not so much on the damage output. But you can see, now that this ship is a premium, actually I don't think it makes any extra credits. So this is just with the 1 flag and the premium camo you get with the Moskva. Pretty good credits for a tier 10 game. And yeah, wow, we had hardly any fires, but we didn't shoot too much HE. We shot a lot of AP that game, and it actually worked out for us. And we received 105,000 damage. Battleship Moskva. Not quite, but it is a bit of a battleship sometimes in the way it can tank for a little bit. Yeah, even without any modifiers, we earned 516,000 credits. And I think we would have broken even. Oh, we would have more than broken even without a premium account. So that is the nice side of this ship, I guess. That was a good game, though, to be clear. And that's Moskva. If you have this ship in your port, maybe give it a shot again. I think it's a really good ship. It's not the easiest to play. It has huge weaknesses that seemingly no longer exist in new ships, right? Your Citadel is actually that big. It is not a lie. Your citadel is half of your ship, and it's very easy to hit. So you do have to work with that when you're playing an older ship. There are big weaknesses to deal with, but it's still a good ship, and in the right situation can really win a game. So if you enjoyed this, yeah, just thanks for watching this long into the video. We're taking a look at the Des Moines, another classic cruiser in this game. And unlike Zhao, I think Des Moines is actually in a very strong spot. Zhao, of course, is well known as one of the weaker cruisers at tier 10. Des Moines, over the course of the years, has had a lot of buffs. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about those when we get into the game. But just for now, know that when I'm talking about the armor changes, this is what I'm referring to. The deck armor and the upper belt. These are the things that have changed, and Des Moines is a great ship. So this is kind of how I've got it built right now. I am trying to, as you can see, make use of some AA skills to hopefully see if those are going to be that useful if we find ourselves in a CV game. Des Moines, of course, really struggles against the AP bombers, since, well, it's a large target and it's very easy to citadel it with those AP bombers. So you can take a huge amount of damage, especially with the playstyle of the Des Moines. You tend to use islands, right? We all know this. That's probably one of the best ships in the game at taking up an island close to a cap. You have 10-kilometer radar that lasts a long time. You have fast reloading, hard-hitting guns that are somewhat difficult to lead at longer ranges. So getting up closer into the thick of things makes the ship much better. And of course, aircraft carriers, especially with their dive bombers, are very good at hitting stationary targets over islands. They can fly into your AA range and not take any damage because if you're close to an island, your AA can't shoot through an island. So they get a free approach to you, essentially, ignoring your flak, and then it's just that little bit of DPS that they have to deal with, and they're pretty much guaranteed a good strike. So if you see a CV in the game, you probably don't want to take those positions. That's how you want to play when there's no CV, or at least you know that you have friendly ships around you, that the CV is going to have a really tough time actually striking you with with their planes, right? So where you have a game with no CV, this is very lucky. Of course, Des Moines loves, I mean, every ship in the game, let's be honest, loves games with no CVs. It just helps them out. Not being spotted all the time, it's really, really, really handy. And for this match, we have a Marceau with us. And a Kerr first. So we're going to play a little bit passive here. We're not going to really charge into the thick of it. We're going to wait and see what happens, because we only have 3 ships here. We don't want to overcommit in. That's a great way to get yourself killed very, very, very quickly. Des Moines is... well, our armor's not really going to mean much this game, outside of maybe the Montana. Why don't we start talking about that a little bit? The buffs this ship has received since it launched, the game launched, that is. This ship originally didn't have radar, and it had 27mm plating everywhere. And when the game actually came out, there were no ships with 380mm guns, so 25 to 27mm didn't really matter. And ZOW was the only thing with 30mm that could bounce 406s. So Des Moines was squishy, especially to a Montana. Montana was very, very dangerous to fight as a Des Moines, because it would overmatch you everywhere. And, well, with how big this hull is, you just ate full pens from Montanas. So nowadays, you can... I don't know if you want to sit out in front of a Montana, because that's a scary prospect, but I think it's reasonable to think that the Des Moines can deal a little better with 406mm guns, especially now that the upper belt has been changed to that 30mm plating. Previously, it was just the deck armor. That was the first armor buff that this thing received, and then it got the upper belt as well. The other thing, of course, is the better reload this ship has received. Originally, I believe it had a 6-second reload. Now it has 5.5 base, so you almost have reload mod built into it pretty much. So if you want to do the full insane reload build, you can definitely run that, and you get crazy DPM with this ship. But you notice I've been running range mod, and range mod helps a lot at tier 10. 16 kilometers really doesn't feel like a ton of range at this point, but 18 is enough. And when you're fighting battleships, it's actually enough to pretty much reliably hit these guys if you know how to aim reasonably well. There we go, we got a fire right away. Des Moines is one of the best fire starters in the entire game, because you have, I think, around 8 fires per minute rate, somewhere in there. And unlike ships like a Worcester or maybe a Smolensk, that kind of thing, Colbert, you actually pen 32mm just because you have 203mm guns. So if you want alpha damage and fires, Des Moines, Salem, very, very, very solid ships for you. The arcs, well, a downside for hitting things at longer ranges. Wow, it really is nice for shooting over these islands, huh? And this poor Yamato is forced to turn away already. You can see I'm constantly using my right click, if you're curious how I did that, like this view here. I'm trying to just make sure my position on this island is a good one. I don't want to pop out too broadside, because there could be a battleship here we haven't seen. In fact, all the battleships are spotted, so never mind. But still, it's just a good practice to get used to positioning your ship in a responsible way. Des Moines, well, it can be tanky in some scenarios. When you're broadside onto a battleship, you're not a thin little light cruiser that's just going to eat some overpens. You will take a lot of damage from these battleships. And now that our Marceau is pushed up, our GK is pushed up, I think it's about time that we push up as well. Start chasing these guys. It is a 3v3 over here, straight up, so there's no need to really worry that much about getting rushed. Sometimes what can happen on this side of this map is that you have 3 people spawn here on your team, but then the enemy team gets 4, and maybe the mid guys from the enemy team come to this flank. It gets scary very quickly. So you really got to be careful with pushing into these islands. Of course, these islands on the side of A are really strong, and how you end up taking the control of the A cap, really. That's one of the best ways to take control of this flank, but you can't just rush into this side of the map. You're going to die very quickly if you do that without knowing what's around. And that's why I played safe on this part of the map. Take islands close to caps. I talked about this in my cruiser video, but you take islands, forward islands, safe islands, that kind of thing, but you always want to make sure you have an escape route. I need to focus a little more on aiming here. We haven't done too much damage yet, and that's primarily because I'm just not very good at aiming Des Moines guns when I haven't played the ship in a long time. Here we go, we're getting some big hits now. And, of course, Des Moines is a great ship when you play it a lot. When you get really used to the arcs, when you get used to what the ship can and can't do, as far as how aggressive it can play, man, some of my friends who are really good at this game, they're so good in Des Moines because they play it all the time, right? And they get so used to the aggressive plays that you can make. Because Des Moines is a monster when you put it in a close quarters fight. Assuming that you put it in a favorable one and you don't just go close quarters with a battleship that can overmatch you, right? And that comes down to practice. Usually the way I like to practice things is I like to kind of throw the ship in the fire and then see how it does, and then slowly walk things back from there, and then find where the limits of the ship are like that. But if you're cautious about maybe doing that, you feel like you die all the time, you can do it the other way around too, where you start more cautious and then you eventually get more and more and more aggressive. And that's an arsonist already. Yeah, it's a great fire starter. We should go dark here. Yes, good. I'll repair that fire, and we'll try and dodge this last salvo from the Henry. Hopefully he doesn't light a fire. I did kind of repair that a little bit soon. Taking a fight with a Henry at this range is a really, really bad idea. So we're just going to run at him. He's stuck in the corner, right? So Des Moines, of course, I've shown you the HE right now. Well, the AP is nuts as well. So we might switch to that. I am running Halsey, so that gives me the extra... Oh, that's bad. The Chima is here. Okay. I am going to turn broadside to this guy. Because I didn't want to start fighting this guy until like 10 kilometers. Because then I have a huge advantage. But as it stands, the Henry has an advantage out here. Oh my goodness, I really hope he didn't torp me. And use our radar. Love Des Moines for this. What am I saying? He probably did torp me. I have to be careful of Henry AP and these torps, so I don't want to go flat broadside to the Henry. Is he shooting AP? Nah, he's shooting HE. We're good. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. No big deal. That could have been scary. That could have been very scary. The Shima torped here. I should have noticed that, and then and then I would have been able to play a little more aggressive, or at least stayed angled to the Henry. That would have been the better play. And that's the last salvo he gets in. Yeah, so I don't want to take these long-range fights with a Henry. That's a really, really bad fight to take. So we're going to close the distance and hopefully Citadel this guy a bunch. That's what our goal is going to be here. We will have to keep in mind that the enemy team is going to be pushing from here over into B and across. So cross shots could be a thing. So you might see me play a little bit different because of that. But let's start up. He's so fast, dude. It is worth trying to dodge a lot of Henry salvos because his HE hurts. So I am going to try and wiggle around. You could run rudder mod for something like this, and then you'd be even harder to hit. This guy's going to be trapped on the border soon, which is very good for me. Getting lots of AP pens in. AP, of course, is not nearly as healable as something like the HE. Aiming on the border is really tricky. So they're slowly losing engine power on the border. So you gotta kind of act like when they first reach the border that they're going full speed horizontal to you, and then you just slowly walk it back. It's really difficult to do, but once you get the hang of it, you can sometimes aim on the border. It's actually very useful to practice when you're in a ship like Des Moines that has crazy fire rate. It allows you to just kind of slowly get the hang of it, right? Where they're heading. We'll swap to HE. The reason I was using AP for so long there is because I wanted to hold this guy on the border, and I wanted to hold his angle so that I have the advantage in number of shots going out, right? He can only shoot his rear turret every once in a while, and I get my full firepower just fine here. And I'm trying to keep an angle so that he doesn't shoot AP at me. There we go. Big hits coming in. And this guy is going to die soon. So that Yamato is going to be our next target. Man, Des Moines is so good, guys. Like, this ship is really, really strong. 1v1 like that, it's absolutely insane. Alright, our team is not doing well. That might be an understatement. But we're doing alright this game, 152k. Pre-turning your turrets is something you'll definitely want to learn how to do in Des Moines. That's why I looked the opposite way. Don't always just look at the targets you want to shoot at. Maintain, just think about, be a little bit mindful of where your turrets are looking, and you can get things started turning a little bit sooner. And you can see our rear turret is nearly able to fire already. Our GK is going to die. So instead of just running, we're just going to full charge this Yamato and see what happens, right? I think that's a good call. Hopefully he comes north and doesn't go south. No, he's going south. That's so sad. Oh, there's a Montana, though, so we'll be alright. I just want to keep my guns firing until this game ends, basically. Monty's the target. I know there's going to be a Zao on my broadside eventually, but I don't care. And we'll just keep burning the battleships down. Only got a minute 25 until this game's over, so do our thing. Shells are kind of going short. What's that? That is Stalingrad AP. That is something you should angle to. So here's the thing. Montana overmatches our bow, but he doesn't overmatch our sides. So we're going to try and bait him into shooting our sides, and that way we can bounce some stuff. But it's not looking great. And in fact, I've had such horrible fire chance in this Montana, I should have just used EP. Oh, there we go. There's a fire. That's not an angle I can pen. Keep wiggling back and forth. There's Yamato shells. Oh my goodness, there's Yamato shells. Montana shot, and I think he misses us. Yep, he missed us. Alright. Oh, there's the Zao on our side. And we're done. 177. Pretty good game. Des Moines is nasty, man. This is a good ship. And this ship just scales really well. If you play it in like a 3-man div, oh my goodness, the ship brings so much to the table. Obviously firepower. We saw that this match, right? Like, look at how much damage we did. Very strong in firepower. And the utility of that radar, that long duration radar, is so good as well. Not the tankiest ship in the world, especially because a lot of stuff can overmatch you these days, but you play it with a DD, you play it with a battleship, you're just helping your teammates so much with this ship. Speaking of that radar, I am running radar mod, and that results in a 48-second radar. If you really wanted to, you could do ship consumables mod as well to even further increase the duration. It's kind of insane how long you can make some of these radars last. Let's hop into another one. That one was, I don't know about quick, but that was a decent kind of average length game. Our team kind of got rolled, but that's what you're going to expect, right? That is how this game works. You can't win every single match, so you just kind of do your best. We won our flank, and I think that showed the strength of Des Moines a little bit. Obviously, it would be neat to have to hold a flank. I think that would be an awesome hope for this next game. If I could have another game to show you how this ship plays, I would love for a situation where I'm holding back a flank or I'm kiting away or something like that, because sometimes you can't just play in an island. Sometimes you have to play Des Moines in open water. Maybe a carrier game with my flank getting overrun. That would be the ultimate dream, where I could show you what I would do against a carrier and against a enemy team that's really strong on my flank. because Des Moines can do quite well in those situations. Okay, and we've got no carrier again, and all right, 2 brothers. So do I go up the mid, guys? That's not a normal match. Do I go up middle? Yamato and Kremlin could absolutely crush me. Conquer as well with its HE. But I think in a close range fight, I win against Worcester, Henry. Hindenburg could tort me. Moskva, I win. I beat all the DDs. I think we're going to do it, especially because it's standard, right? If this was a domination game and there were caps out here, I probably wouldn't be going mid. But for the sake of the video, let's do it. I'm sure there's a ton of you guys that are looking when you play this game, and especially this map, and you decide to go mid. So this is how I would play it. A really strong position to take is actually just in this little crevice here, like this little thing here. This is so powerful from the south. It really limits your interactions to 1v1s if a bunch of people decide to, you know, come through here on the enemy team. It limits a lot of the enemy's team ability to just overpower you with numbers. And while I am range mod, I wish if I knew I was getting this map, I would definitely go reload for sure. Maybe even legendary mod or unique upgrade. I should talk about the unique upgrade on the ship as well. It's a mod that was so amazing when it came out because you just had the ability to speed dodge any battleship pretty much. And now it's been nerfed to the point where it's a little easier to hit, and I think maybe some of the other upgrades are a little more useful. That's why I personally don't run it. What's up, Gemma? How you doing? Using your radar a little early can be all right. Maybe I should have waited a second, but I really wanted to make sure there wasn't really like a DD or a battleship coming up here, you know? The other thing you should consider when looking to push middle is that you don't want to... Oh, Moskva's radaring. Or Worcester. You don't want to push middle and just do that in a CV game. That's a great way to just die very quickly. What else do we got here? Kremlin. So, the Shima torped, and he stacked everything. Alright, we're within spotting range, so I am going to get greedy here and poke out. If we can kill a DD here, and then maybe come back, oh, it'd be so good. Where is he? There you are. He lit a fire. So, the reason this works is my radar spotted, and we know that their battleships aren't really around. Another fire. Moskva, don't tempt me like that. I really wanted... Nice, we got the Shima. And we have a broadside Moskva. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Come on, Des Moines Dispersion. Don't fail me. Don't let me down. Oh, we're crushing him. One more. One more. We need 4 sets. No, we only got 3. Dang. Oh, Marceau. What a start. So the reason that worked is we knew that their battleships weren't here. That's why that was the point of radaring early for me. I didn't really want to catch the DD. I did, which was nice, but I really wanted to make sure there wasn't like a battleship just charging the mouth of this this gap, right? So that's why that functioned, because I looked at the team list, you heard that earlier, and I decided that in a 1v1 or a close range fight, 2v1 or something like that, I would win against everything but some of these battleships. So There was some thought put into this. It wasn't just go YOLO in and collect your 60k. Oh, am I angled enough? Oh, nice, I'm angled enough. That's so good. Monty might just crush me here. I got greedy. Oh, no, he didn't. Holy crap. What is happening? They're all here, bro. They're literally all here. I really don't want the Kremlin to get another shot off on me. Please, Kremlin, leave me alone. Oh, he didn't kill me. He didn't kill me. He didn't kill me. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. I overstayed my welcome. I should have waited for my radar. If you're curious, what I should have done is I should have waited for my radar and then made a decision to push or not based on what that showed. Now, the way we win this is we kill his turrets. So that's what we're going to try and do. Unless he gives me the angle. In which case, I'll gladly take the angle. 7k, that's not bad. Another turret, let's go. So Des Moines improved pen angles are pretty awesome, gotta say. Oh, we're getting citadels through that angle, that's insane. Another turret, good stuff. We're limiting his ability to shoot us. That should be another one. All right. There we go. And if you're wondering where I was trying to get to, I was trying to get behind this rock. This island, sorry, it's not really a rock, but his only option was to turn broadside and torp me, right? And I wanted to get some cover in between me and his torps. What a great start to this match. Although you can see, even with the amount of damage I've done, my team is actually down on HP. That's the advantage of having a team HP bar. So we're gonna use a heal, and we can see what a lot of their team is doing right now. Oh, what do I do here? What do I do here? I feel like it's so greedy to go in again. Oh, we're stuck. Wasn't expecting that, but yeah, it's got to be too greedy to go in again, right? I think I have to though. I have to push your luck. Gotta push your luck. Oh, that's the radar. We'll take our radar. Make sure we know where things are. We can get shots over this island because we're Des Moines. Although the Monty is likely able to shoot me as well. So we're gonna have to be a little careful of that. Maybe there. We're angling because the Montana's gonna shoot us. Oh, I went too bow in too soon. Nope, we're good. You got a turret, that's fine. This gearing's not coming. So I was pushing up to see potentially if I could get some shots on this gearing if he was gonna come into the gap and YOLO at me. But instead, excuse me. Instead, we're actually gonna use this little piece of cover here because that gearing definitely torped us. I don't have hydro, so I don't know that. But I feel like, yeah, he's got to have torped us if he went to this gap. So there's one set. We're not sure if he sent both, but yeah, I mean, that was pretty telegraphed, right? So there was no need to push up, especially because their battleships are still here. Can you believe that? Right, like I'm trying to play in such a way where I'm not putting myself at close range to a battleship. That's a great way to die very quickly. You saw how much damage that Kremlin was capable of doing to me in such a short amount of time. And Des Moines is okay in those scenarios, but man, if you can get those cruiser fights, oh, what a beautiful ship. See, even with range mod, right? Probably the worst mod to have in this situation. at least for the close range fight. We were still able to pretty well nuke that Hindenburg. I'm actually not too sure on the actual amount of damage I did to him, and if my team actually had a large part to play in that or not, but sure seemed like we did a good job against him. Getting some big hits in. Of course, if you're going to fight a Des Moines at those ranges, you really better make sure you're angled properly. Des Moines versus Des Moines fights as well. It is so scary fighting these angles because they'll just rip right through you. We were getting good full pens at 20-degree angle. Like, that is almost unheard of, I would say, in anything other than this ship. It's pretty insane. Okay, our Shima died. Our Ohio is on good HP still, so he can kind of bow tank for a bit longer. Our Monty died as well. We're going to try and kill this Henry. No, I pushed up too far. I pushed up too far, man. That's so sad. Nice. Goering's not around. This Kremlin's gonna die, right? Oh, he got a shot off at me. And that is something I cannot bounce. So I'm gonna try and dodge the bulk of it. It's right there. Swing the back. Nice, we did it. And now, because we're here, we're gonna force the enemy team to come back to us. This has been a pretty close game so far. Oh, no, don't eat a Gearing Torp, please. Oh my goodness, close one. Alright, we're gonna not poke out too far, hopefully. We just want to get our front guns on the Henry. That's it. That's all I want to do. Can they shoot me? They can shoot me just barely. Should switch to HE. So yeah, I'm using this free look to just barely see what this Yamato is capable of looking at. I don't want to give him an angle, obviously. Yamato's hurt. Yep, he's looking at me. Did I leave it too late? Alright, he got the reset. He got the reset. Fair enough. But that's okay. We didn't take much damage, and that's what matters. We're really putting the pressure on them at this point. Gearing is probably just going to keep torping me. There's not a lot I can do about that, but I can survive like a couple. What's this Yamato looking at? What's this Montana looking at? Monty's not looking at me. Alright, we're going to go. We are going to go. There's the Gearing. Yamato is just shot and is showing flat broadside. Alright, upper belt. That's what we're aiming for. No, didn't get it. Come on. Give me those juicy AP pens. Yeah, there you go. 5k. More Gearing Torps. So something you can do is show too much broadside. And then when a battleship shoots you, you turn in and you dodge all the Yamato shells. And the Monty probably should have killed me there. But we got lucky. Nice. But that is a tool you can use in a cruiser with a good enough rudder shift. I was giving probably a 40-degree angle to this Yamato. And then when my internal timer, you know, I'm trying to constantly think about his reload, says, he's probably going to shoot me. I turn in hard. But you don't slow down and turn in. You turn in hard, and you try and use your ship's natural drift in a turn to juke them. This works really well in a Minotaur, because the Minotaur just drifts like no other ship in the game, right? Oh, how's the Confederate? Not cracking. Look at the reload. Gearing got 2 fires on us already somehow. Nice. What a match. So yeah, one takes are supposed to be normal average games and show you a realistic look at the ships in World of Warships, and not just me giving you the best of the best games that I've ever had in each ship.
You mean he's not
I
cherry
don't know if
picking?
that's quite true of this episode. The Monty episode went really well too. Maybe that just means these ships are amazing? I don't know. But if you have a Des Moines, or you're looking to grind up to the Des Moines, you just know you've got a really strong ship. Even with reload or range mod, look at this reload. It's absolutely insane. The arcs are terrible. Arcs are horrible. Where's the corner? He's gonna get stuck in the corner. Is it here? Yeah, it's there. Ah, too bad. Weren't able to secure a Kraken. If I had gotten my shells off on the Monty.
Oh my. Sometimes you got to get those shells off, sometimes you don't. Oopsie. Okay, so we're in the game screen. We're going to do a battle in the Musashi. Going to try and get a naval battle star for the team. Maybe we can get 2 for 1. We'll see. Let's go into battle and let's go to the live game screen.
Messing with our with the home network, trying to get some Starlink stuff set up. But hey, welcome back to World of Warships after a few days. I guess you're gonna get some good match.
Hold on a sec. How come he's still playing? I thought I stopped him. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Okay, so we're cycling into the battle queue right now. Any questions, throw in chat. Boy, somebody wants to know if I want to become famous. Do I want to become famous? No. Do I need to become famous? No. Is it a good idea to become famous? Maybe. Like, who cares? Okay, so tier 9 top to bottom.
Action stations. Let's give them a hard time. This year, participants are encouraged to handle healthy waste. Roger.
No rush to get into the action. Let's see where the team from the opposing side pops up. They're going to be popping up sooner or later. No need to get in too soon. Very interesting. Any questions, just throw it in chat there, folks.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon. Enemy battleship sighted.
Okie dokie.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Come on, guns, let's go.
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy destroyer sighted. Enemy cruiser sighted.
battleship sighted. Enemy cruiser sighted. Enemy battleship detected. Enemy destroyer sighted. Enemy cruiser detected. Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy cruiser sighted. Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy cruiser sighted. Enemy destroyer. The ship is on fire. Torpedoes, direct front. Problem solved, sir. Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy cruiser sighted. The ship is on fire. Enemy destroyer detected.
This is 1480 crap.
Enemy battleship detected.
Come on.
Torpedoes, direct front.
This is 1480 on a broadside bomber. What's going on?
Enemy destroyer detected.
Flank's not holding up all that well, folks. So we're down 3, they're down 3. Looks like our flank's a little friggin' beat up here, boys.
Torpedoes, direct front.
I knew these torps were coming.
Torpedoes, direct front. Hull breach. We're taking on water quickly.
Come on, guns.
Problem solved, sir. The ship is on fire. Torpedoes, direct front. Main turret critically damaged.
Come on, turret, let's go.
Torpedoes, direct front. Hull breach. We're taking on water quickly.
Nothing I can do. Whole flank collapsed. These guys just went up chasing ships instead of shoring up the flanks. Like, it's just amazing the strategy of some of these guys.
begins in 5 minutes. Our victory is in sight.
Wasn't for the freeze line, this would have been a loss. These guys just don't get it. They did a push, they chased ships, could have lost the game. Fortunately for us, the freeze land took out a few key targets, and that changed the game in our favor. Otherwise, it would have been a loss. Yeah, if it wasn't for the freeze land, that would have been a loss. This guy saved our bacon.
Magnani and the Symphonic Orchestra of Milan. And by Riccardo Chailly. Before that, Mark Hervieux and Rossini's
So we got lucky there, that's for sure.
Classical FM. This is Destination Classics. I'm Mike Duncan. This side of the program we're the
Feel like we got a container. What do we get?
have given
What did we get?
anyone convicted of killing a cat owned or stray could face a 10.
Okie dokie, we'll take some flags. Can always use them. Go for resources here.
We are in Italy on this hour of the program, and we have music for you by Ernesto de Curtis. That's coming up.
Why can't rewards be a little more rewarding?
Okie dokie, what do we got? What do we got? Coal and some more flags. November Foxtrot, okay. Equal speed Charlie, okay. See if we've got something free, or did I already get it out of the armory? I'm not sure. Let's check it out, folks.
All giving you money back. With Neo, that means real cash back. That's instant and easy. And we didn't stop there.
There we go.
Look at a Neo savings account that comes
One camel. Wow, isn't that special?
you 1.3% interest on your money.
Isn't that super special?
Interest paid back to you every single month.
Gotta love that.
Get rewarded like never before. Join the Neo community today at
Okay.
joinneosavings.com. That's join Neo.
Let's do one more in the Musashi.
Neo savings is offered by Concentra Bank.
Let's see if we can pull off a win. Let's see what happens. Nothing much else to do right now. So this is going to be our last game for this session. Just trying to get double naval stars or naval battle stars, and let's see what happens. Last game we had the A flank, instead of after they secured the flank, instead of shoring up the starboard flank, they just kept pushing north, almost blew the game. And I was on the D flank, and the only thing, when we ended up totally collapsing, I was the last battleship. And then the Friesland made some key moves. Otherwise, it would have been a loss for our team. We would not have won. Guaranteed. Maker. It's got depth charges, eh? Holy moly. Okay, we need to shore up C here, but I'm not going to...
General quarters.
Honey, I don't know what's going on with your toenail,
It's a nail fungus infection.
but now I have it too. Maybe nothing, but it's gross.
It makes your brittle. That is coming. I'm telling you, it's no big deal. And eventually, it can destroy it almost completely.
So it'll go away on its own.
No, it won't go away on its own. It's an infection. Nail fungus should be taken seriously.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Go to your doctor and ask about prescription treatments that can be applied to the nail.
Repel air attack.
Sound select models, plus get a winter tire credit, or up to 3 years of prepaid maintenance. Then we get a new German engineered Keywater Jetta. I said that? Yeah. You also said the longer than average warranty meant that you'll probably teach me to drive it.
Okay, get in the car.
Really?
Yeah, we gotta get there before WOWS Fest ends on September 30th.
might be a little shy. I should have let a bit more. Knew he was going to turn in.
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy destroyer sighted. Fighter airborne. Torpedoes to starboard. Enemy cruiser detected. Attention, reporting the target position.
We can ricochets. Can you believe it?
All stations, reporting the position. Enemy destroyer detected. Enemy cruiser detected. Enemy destroyer detected. Enemy battleship sighted.
Why'd that not hit?
Fighter returning to ship. Hull breach. We're taking on water quickly. Enemy destroyer sighted. Problem solved, sir. Enemy cruiser detected. Enemy battleship detected.
Friggin' mechanics in these guns have friggin' gotten friggin' terrible in this game. Like, how's that happen?
Enemy battleship sighted. Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. Enemy aircraft carrier detected. Torpedoes to port. Hull breach. We're taking on water quickly. Problem solved, sir. Enemy cruiser detected. Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. Enemy battleship sighted. All stations, protect that target. All stations, concentrate fire on the target. Enemy destroyer detected. Attack enemy aircraft. Enemy battleship detected. That was a great battle. Capture that area. All forces, capture that area. The enemy team has taken the lead. Attack enemy aircraft.
Come on, guns. Holy frig, man.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Come on, shells. Holy frig, man.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target. Enemy destroyer sighted. All stations, concentrate fire. Enemy cruiser sighted.
What the frig happened to my shells?
Enemy battleship detected.
Holy frig, man.
The enemy is about to win.
What the frig is going on here? How the frig did he manage that? Holy frig, man. Unbelievable.
Attack enemy aircraft. Capture that area. Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. Attention, reporting the target position.
The enemy is about to win.
Attention, reporting the target position. All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Oh, come on. Fucking wasted my time friggin' writing in chat. This friggin' game sometimes can be very frustrating, especially with the attitude of some of these friggin' guys. They do not understand strategy. Need two flanks. On that map, you secure A, but you got to be careful not getting locked into the A. At C, you're just doing cap denial to keep the other team from pushing in and back ending the rest of your team. Pretty simple process. Guys just do not friggin' get it. Just do not understand. It's going to be highly unlikely we're going to pull off a win because we're just too far behind. But the CV's playing a great game, so we may, but highly unlikely. What the CV should have done at the beginning of the game, or early part of the game, or the first leg of it, had some fighters periodically over at sea. That's what hurt me. I was just getting torped left, right, and center from their CV. He had no air opposition there. My AA on my ship is not good at all. I can put flags on it, still barely helps. So 3 against 3, 4.5 minutes left. They got we got 2 out of 3 caps, but you know, it'll be interesting to see. It's 2 against 2 now. It's gonna be a tough game for us to pull out. The only way we've got a chance is if we secure a C cap, so they can't get any more points. But that doesn't look like that's gonna happen. We got a DD and a CV on each side. And this keg is going to get taken out quick. He's got no fighters for him to protect him. This will be interesting. Their CV should be focusing on the CAG on our team, and our guy focusing on the black. What do they have for a CV? Akamov, it's got to be a Russian one. Not familiar with it. It's new. Okay, he's gone black. So it's CV against CV. So all you got to do is stay alive. They're going to win the game.
Buying your groceries in your pajamas is a liberating experience, I can tell you. But it is best to be at home.
Lucky for you, Good Food is adding over 40 new grocery products every week and delivers them directly to your door. Whatever you're wearing.
Let's make good food, everybody.
Order meal kits and groceries at makegoodfood.ca. Certain conditions apply.
Your doctor thinks so. Your pharmacist thinks so. Every health expert thinks so. They all agree better sleep is one of the essential foundations of good health and longevity. But how do you accomplish it? Now Carp, in cooperation with WOWS by Shoppers, gives you the answer in a unique live virtual event called Better Sleep Explained. See and hear top experts. Learn all about the science of sleep, what it is and how it works. Discover the latest research, the newest products and techniques to help you sleep better. Better Sleep Explained. Learn how to create the ideal sleep environment, the role of nutrition and supplements, plus vital do's and don'ts. And best of all, this event is absolutely free. Better Sleep Explained. Thursday, September 30th.
As I said, we're not pulling off a win here. Couldn't get a friggin' break.
It's Smile Cookie Week at Tim Hortons. Every time you buy a cookie,
Angry Lou and the other team played well. Our guy didn't play too bad, but no fighter support over at the seaside, which is too bad. Not much you can do.
Justin Trudeau told us there wouldn't be a pandemic election. Nobody wants an election before the end of this pandemic. But as soon as he got a little more power,
Okay, let's see what we got for containers here, lads.
$600 million for an election.
Just one of our regular ones. Take resources.
Going to put some ambition ahead of protecting Canadians during a pandemic. How can we trust him on anything else? We can't afford more of the same.
Authorized for the chief agent of the Conservative Party of Canada.
Okie dokie. We'll take it. Thank you very much.
All-nighter for school. We're here to help at the New Classical
Okay, folks, thanks for watching. Glad you could join us today. Have a good, happy rest of your Sunday. Just want to get a message out there. Understand COVID-19, it is real. If you're not sure about vaccines, even if you need more information, I'm not a doctor, but go see a doctor. Get an opinion, get a second opinion, get a third opinion. Get educated, understand how these vaccines work. I've had 2 shots. Best thing I've done. I wear a mask when I'm out in public. Do not take a chance. And so far, been okay. But I've run into a lot of people that are anti-maskers, anti-vaxxers, and they seem to be the people that's dying. It may not be perfect, but the vaccines and masks, social distancing, have a great effect on mitigating or possibly, well, we can't eliminate it. We've just taken too long to get our crap together, and it's mutated many times, and it's going to continue mutating, and this is the danger of these friggin' viruses. You people just do not get it. It's got a spike protein that attacks human and animal alike, and understand how spike proteins work with the virus and how spike proteins work with the vaccines. You know, you just don't get it. So get informed, do what you can to save yourself, your loved ones, and be responsible to other people in society as well. Okay, so take care, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon, folks. Ciao for now. The Architect, good to see that you could join us for a bit, buds. Take care, be safe, and thanks for sticking your nose in. Ciao for now.